How close are we, folks? How close are we? I'll play for you just a couple minutes here of what Mike said last week. He'll be joining us any moment. And it's incredible, really. But, wow, we're in the end times, guys. We're absolutely in the end times. And it's just so it's so many different levels. There's so many different ways that you know you're in the end times. Check this out. Something else is going on.
Not natural. Not natural. We've never had this. We've never had what people will see with their own eyes. Nobody has ever seen something like that. Not in living times. It's not in written history. Not that we know of. And so, it's going to be something that will, it's going to definitely give people a moment of pause. They'll begin to realize that we live in a very different time, in a very different world. People will see it day in and day out. In fact, they'll start seeing a lot of things day in and day out.
Day in and day out.
In particular will absolutely change the minds of so many. But it will also saturate the internet with a bunch of self-made experts. And of course,
right.
It's not going to be a good thing, but that naturally happens. But that's right around the corner, Pastor Paul. That's not, that could honestly be within, a few days or 2 weeks or something like that. It could honestly is that close.
Okay, are we talking about like something coming from the heavens, like the binary system that we've been talking about, or are we?
Well, it could do with it. It does. It has to do with the binary system.
Okay.
Certain things that people have talked about that have been theory. Well, they're not going to be theory here too much longer. Every child, every person, every adult, everybody's going to see it in time. And so,
so you're saying we're 2 weeks? Are we possibly could be 2 weeks away for this?
Well, it could be. It could be. It depends. Nobody can control what's happening.
Okay.
It's totally out of man's control. Nobody's controlling that. And but it is certainly influencing everything on the planet at this point.
Wow. Okay. Well, we've been talking about it. Mike, you and I have been talking about it for almost 10 years. I remember when you first brought up 5 waves of energy, and people just freaked out, and they said, what in the world is he talking about? Well, you told us that we would see the sun react. You told us that the waters, the oceans were going to heat up. You told us that the magma was rising. You told us that an ash and smoke environment would come, that fires would burn. You told us about the plagues that would come. We've been crustal displacement. Hurricanes, outrageous typhoons. So we've been following along this path, but I'm hearing you say it's close to where everyone will see it, and it ain't.
Oh yeah,
it's not of this world.
No, it isn't. It will change. It'll change. It'll change everything. People will just have to get used to it. For a while. Will
people literally get afraid and die from it?
I think they will. I think they will. I think that it's happened. A similar thing. Well, not similar to this, but people have seen less, and they have. Their hearts couldn't take it. And it's unfortunate, especially as believers, because believers read the Bible, and we know what the Lord said. But it's almost like, Pastor Paul, we talk about subjects, but the general populace, they're not really expecting anything to upset their world. For example, they see the government's going all over the place, right? Things are not going right. And, of course, in the Bible, we see a realignment of governmental structure and power. We see things working differently. But one of the issues is people, they don't like change. And a lot of people, they don't want to talk about nor know about things that are happening like that. Likely because morality has dropped and they have so many people stressed out in their own personal situations.
Mike from the World is going to join us here any moment. That was a little bit from him last week, telling us that we could be within 2 weeks of seeing Planet X. Possibly. Don't know for sure, but it is going to be soon. And every person, every child, every human being is going to see it. They're all going to see it. Now, he says there will be a lot of disinformation agents on the internet who will be, experts that are going to be nuts, and they won't know what they're talking about, because people will be looking for some type of way out of this.